the Indiegogo campaign. A lot of people are wondering about that sort of campaign. So it seemed to be, from the reader's point of view, a heck of a lot of work.
Yes. Crowdfunding is an art form. It's incredibly difficult, and I hated every minute of it. Myself and Pete, we did the whole campaign on our own, just the two of us. And it was exhausting because literally any spare moment we were putting something on Twitter, putting something on Facebook, talking to people, trying to network and create a bigger, wider network for us to get our word out. And we did one Kickstarter campaign that failed, although it did fail because we were asking for too much money to make the film. So when we did the Indiegogo campaign, we decided to cut our money in half so we could fund enough to do the production. Then we'll do another crowdfunder to do the post-production, etc., etc. It's really hard. You have to network, really build up your presence online, really use Twitter a lot, Facebook a lot, Instagram a lot. You got to find these people that are going to love your product. And I think us doing the Kickstarter first that failed started the audience building for us. So when we finally got to do the Indiegogo, those same people came back, and then some more. And then the more we started talking on Twitter and get involved in conversations, the more and more people became aware of us. And it was exhausting, I'll be honest. For us to do it 4 times, one failed, the second one was successful, and the third one failed, but not badly, and the fourth one did really well. And all of that money that we used to sort of hire and, pay for equipment and all that sort of stuff, we wouldn't have been able to make the film without that sort of money. And the only way we could think of doing it is crowdfunding. But it's just, if you are going to do it, have a plan. Be very careful about what it is you're going to offer as perks, because the more things you have to make and post, the more it costs you. So the less money you have to play with. So we try to so we learned that the hard way. So then when we did the last one, we tried to make sure everything was digital. So a lot of the perks are digital. We didn't mind the odd physical one, like we did Blu-rays and DVDs. They were perks. And then we had some left over that we ended up selling just to put more money back into the pot. But it was all, it's an exhausting thing to do, really is. And I loathe the idea of doing it again, although I can see myself doing another one at some point, because although they are hard, the end goal is rewarding, and it is worth the time and the effort. But just be prepared to lose a month of your life just plugging, and you feel kind of horrible and dirty as well, because you're asking people to give you money. I know that they're going to get something in return, but sometimes you're giving little things away, things that people are paying like a lot of money for, like an online version of the script, as an example. It's limited, so they're getting that exclusivity of it. But it didn't cost us an awful lot of money to create and put up there. But the reason is we want the money to help us make the film, So, yeah. So if you are going to do that sort of thing, really think hard before you do it and have a plan.
Just saying, if it's a month of Geoff Harmer's time, it's probably 2 months of any normal person.
Yeah.
Those who like to sleep,
Yeah, that's the thing. Where we found ways around that. There's things called TweetDeck and stuff like that, which allows you to fire out tweets all through the night. Because you have to think about America and people around the other side of the globe. We want to capture that market as well. So this thing called TweetDeck, you could line up your tweets and set it to fire them off at different times of day and night, and and that kind of gives you breathing room. But yeah, we found Twitter and Facebook quite effective for getting the word out. Instagram completely pointless for getting money in, because they don't allow links in the posts. You have to go to someone's profile, and trying to get someone to do that was really hard. But yeah, I mean, it's lovely to put pictures up and stuff, but yeah, Twitter and Facebook were probably the most effective. Twitter probably more so, but build your fan base. That's the thing.